Let's talk about euphoric recall, whatever the hell that is. Hello, gals, and welcome to Sobriety Snippets for Ambitious 40 plus women, helping you put down the wine and pick up conscious, happy living. I'm Becca Jacobson, and this is what we call a snippet. That's right, you are in snippet land. Gals, today's Saturday, and that means we're doing Sanctuary Saturday, a segment of sobriety snippets. Wow, that's a lot of S's. A segment of the snippets aimed specifically at women in their first year of sobriety. And today I'm going to talk about something called euphoric recall. Euphoric recall. But the first thing I want to say about this, it just cracks me up how the community out there, whatever that means, makes up labels and words for everything. Have you noticed that? Everything has to have a word. You're not just gassy a lot, you've got IBS, right? You're not, I don't know, there's just got to be a diagnosis attached, a label. Well, I found this one and I thought, there we go again, right? They call it euphoric recall. And what is this? Well, in the 12-step program, they call it having a really bad memory. But okay, we'll call it euphoric recall. Either way, no matter what you call it, it's very dangerous in the first year of sobriety. And it's probably one of the most common reasons that people relapse. We start drinking again. And all it is only remembering the good times. And in fact, exaggerating the good times. Euphoric, of course, means exciting, happy. It's euphoric. Recall, right? So only remembering the good times, making them, in fact, euphoric. Oh, remember what it was like when I used to be able to sit here in the hot summer in the shade with my ice cold, blah, 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 blah. So this, as I say, it can be called a bad memory. It can also be called tunnel vision, and it can be called euphoric recall, if you'd like a label. There you go. But listen, gals, how do we counteract euphoric recall? How do we remember the horrors of our drinking days? And yeah, it is worth remembering, at least until we're completely out of the woods. And that happens eventually, and you should look forward to that, meaning that you couldn't go back even if you wanted to. But until you get there, we want to be very careful. So how do we avoid allowing ourselves to go into a nice, beautiful daydream of how wonderful it was to drink, and allowing that voice in the head to tell us how much fun and all the blah, 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 right? Well, the truth is this is no different than the voice when we were still drinking. It's the same voice. It's just got a different story now. What it used to say to you is, yeah, it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, it's time for a drink. And you would go get a drink. Or it would say, how come you haven't had your drink yet? It was that voice, the voice that kept us drinking all those years. Well, this is the same one. It's just came up with a different story. And it's a little quieter now at times, but it's not dead. And one of its tricks is to say, everything was so amazing. I don't even remember why you quit. Like, you weren't that bad. Surely, after all these months, you could have just one glass of wine. Does that sound familiar? Any of that? That's what the voice is like. It is so rational. That all makes sense to me. Geez, it's making me want to go have a drink. Not. So being brutally aware not only of the existence of this phenomena, but also how to handle it. So how do we handle it? The first step is to recognize it. Remember when you start hearing that story that is just the same voice. It's not you. It's just a lie, a voice that lies, the voice of alcohol. So immediately label it for what it is. Oh, there you are. Hello, welcome. Wondering where you've been. Yeah, I hear you. And now you can just go right on out the back door because it's wide open and you're invited to leave. So whatever kind of recognition you want to give it and whatever metaphor works for you, you want to sweep it right on through and let it pass away. Now, is this hard? Oh, yes, it's hard. And not only that, there is a part of us, ready? There's a part of us that wants to drink. And so we hear the voice and we might even recognize it and decide to go with it anyway. Gals, what we're describing here, if you suffer from what I've just described in a really intense way, it means you're likely not doing recovery like you should. Because if you're in your first year of sobriety, you should be supported. And so, of course, we don't just recognize it and ask it to go away. We go to our support system. We run to them. We don't have to run to them and say, "Oh, my voice has been acting up." We just be there. We make sure we are in some sort of support system and we are active and we're not just laying around on the sidelines, lurking around the edges, hoping to catch somebody's sobriety or hold on to this or whatever. But our support system is there to remind us of things like this and there for you to give love and support to others. So that first year of sobriety should not be done alone. And yet I know a lot of you do it. I know we do. I was stuck for a lot of my first year. I kept looking, but I couldn't find somewhere to go that made sense to me. So I know that can be a problem as well. It's like, I don't know where to go, Becca. And, we do our best, but if you really want to overcome alcohol to the point where that voice literally dies, it's gone forever. And you are free to go anywhere and be anywhere with anyone in any circumstances and not have to be worried about alcohol, then you want to be doing your recovery, right? You want to be doing your growth. You want to be supported in that first year. So that, my friends, is another label you can pin right up on the old forehead there, or tattoo it on somewhere. You now have Euphoric Recall. Oh my God, what will they think of next? And if you'd like a little bit more support, the Sacred Mirror is open. Maybe you want to tell me a little bit about some of your euphoric recall. The Sacred Mirror is open. The Sacred Mirror is 3 simple questions I ask you in an online form. And I send you back a voice note, a reflection through my microphone just for you. It's been amazing and I love doing it. And if you haven't done yours yet, what are you waiting for? I'll see you there. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to come back next time so I can keep your head on straight. Sending you buckets of love.